Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to an Alex is Shook reaction. And I am super excited because for today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Glitter and Lasers, aka Anna O'Brien. So we have been talking lately about Glitter and Lasers, especially on the live stream. She has become our new girl. Last time we did a reaction, she was in the Target, and that caused some serious controversy for Anna. She ended up deleting the video. She changed the clothes on the mannequin. She was acting entitled and throwing around the clothes. She made a mess, and somebody else had to clean it up. People just weren't feeling it. We also took a look at her Lifetime movie that she made. That was pretty funny. That was interesting. It was more creative than anything we have seen from ALR or Chantel, so I have to give her that. But today, we're going to be taking a look at her first video of 2024 called New Year, New Me, ? Plus my fitness journey and weight loss progress. So a lot of people have been kind of confused or curious about her weight loss progress. She was called out in the past by body positive influencers for promoting, God forbid, she promotes a healthier lifestyle. People will actually get angry, these body positive influencers and their audience, if people that were formerly a part of these body posy groups comes out and says they want to lose weight or they want to be healthier. Essentially, they want to prolong their life. Well, these groups will actually get angry. Diet culture vulture and what have you. So let's see what she has planned for this new year and how her progress has gone. Because believe it or not, she has actually made some progress. Let's just get right into it. Shall we? Okay, she's looking bright and cheery for this New Year video. One thing about Glitter and Lasers, I like to call her like Grifter and Lasers because it just seems as though every video that she puts out is some sort of advertisement. Will this one be any different? Possibly, possibly not. Even her Hallmark movie, she was selling the clothes that she was wearing in it. Get that money, but after a while, it just seems like every single video is an ad. And people just don't take too kindly to that. How about a little bit of transparency, a little bit of genuineness?
Happy New Year, everyone. This is our first video of the 2024 season.
Happy New Year, girl. Welcome to 2024.
Which I mistakenly called 2004 for about an entire week.
Yes, girl, take me back. 2004 was a moment for sure. The girlies back then, like Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, like so nostalgic.
That's because I also thought it was 2003. So I guess I am really stuck in the past. But
oh my goodness, yes, she is. People like to call her the epitome of millennial cringe. I love watching those millennial look back TikToks though, where they talk about all the trends from back in the day.
I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for this year because last year was frankly a shit show. It was a lot of really strong emotions.
Well, yeah, for you, but every single year since 2020 seems to have been that way. People were calling it like 2020, the trilogy, but that would have stopped in 2022. I think we're going for like a 5 sequels, girl, or maybe a never ending story.
There were a lot of really amazing positive things that happened, but there was also a lot of challenging things to deal with. Going through a major body change and
the airport,
basically a habit change, is a lot. And maybe I didn't emotionally do justice to everything I went through.
We talk about this a lot, these journeys and changes, and I feel like it does have to be more of a lifestyle change. That's why when I go about my weight loss journey, like right now, I only have like 12 pounds more to lose, and then I think I'll be happy with where I'm at. But I like to take it really, really slow and allow myself to have 2,000 calories, 2,200 calories, get in that cardio and really focus on more so moving your body, because for me, it's not crucial for me to lose fat at this time. I know for someone like Anna or ALR, it's probably most crucial that they lose the fat, right? But they also have to focus more on changing their lifestyle instead of like fad diets and things, or let me do this program, ALR's Optavia, right? That's not something you're going to do for the rest of your life. That's not building healthy habits. It's just, I don't even know. It's just cringe. Like,
last year as I kind of worked on my health, but you know, it is what it is, and we're here now.
And one of her challenges that she had this year is that she was actually unable to get on a flight because she needed 2 seats and she did not book a second seat in advance. Well, the plane ended up full and they had to rebook her for the next day. So she wasted all of that time, had to go through security twice. And the only person she can really blame is herself, not only for the weight that she has gained, but also the fact that she didn't prepare by getting 2 seats. It has to be like, I know the airport can be stressful regardless, but not knowing if you're going to fit, I mean, that's another level of stress that I definitely would not like to experience.
I remember I started 2023 with the idea that it was going to be a great year. And I guess in some ways it was. I mean, we did a lot of really cool things. We went a lot of really cool places. And
she's like never ending travel.
I basically figured out what does and does not work for my body.
She kind of lives that influencer lifestyle, but I kind of get this like faux influencer vibe from her, where a lot of this is like funded by rich parents or outside sources. I just don't see this all being funded by her. I just don't. Faux influencer.
Then going into 2024, I've abandoned this mindset of having a great year. I think when you put that pressure on something like 2024 has to be great, it's a letdown when it doesn't feel great.
I actually find myself generally agreeing with her here. I mean, people put too much weight on like the turn of the new year. I'm going to get this done and this done and this done. And my weight loss journey starts on January 1st. Like, you don't have to do that. You can start it at any time. I know for a lot of people, like myself included, and I did this exact thing, I kind of gave myself a lot more leeway over the holidays to eat what I want and to just kind of enjoy that because my family makes a lot of really good food. But you don't have to do that. You can start at any time. You really can. And people put too much weight on that like turn of the new year. And when they don't end up following through with their goals, it feels like the end of the world. And whatever it is that you choose to do needs to be sustainable because you don't want to end up quitting like 2 weeks into the new year and just feeling like a failure, because that's what happens. You see people signing up for the gym memberships and then they never come back after like a month or 2.
Last year, a lot of amazing things happened, but I wouldn't say it was like the greatest year of my life. It was a really freaking tough year. So it's changed my mindset as I go through 2024 and kind of what would success look like for this year. So I really thought about like, what do I want to work on? Last year it was health. And while health is still a big part of my life, I'm going to be working out and definitely pushing myself still this year.
I do like that she actually puts out a lot of active content and kind of promotes that to people, that regardless of your size, you can go to the gym and you can do these exercises.
I think my mind has shifted as to where my focus is. And I think that one of the things I learned working on my health is that I don't really take care of myself very well. I don't. I think
we can kind of tell. It always seems like her hair needs to be brushed. There has been conjecture, kind of rumor and speculation that she is turning to a bottle, that she's drinking.
I do better now, but it's simple things, right? I just don't take up enough space in my own life. And I think this is something a lot of people
taking up space
deal with, right?
Girl, you set yourself up for some jokes.
We get so much pressure from everyone around us about who we should be and what we should do and how we should act and what we should care about and what we should wear and what we shouldn't wear and what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat and what exercises we should do and what exercises we shouldn't do. Like, there's a constant onslaught of opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's even magnified as a creator.
Yes.
And to be entirely candid, I know that I myself have gotten caught up in other people's opinions of what I should.
I think that is, it's a thing for sure, especially if you're doing some kind of diet. People will comment and say, you know, some people are genuine and they just want to see the best for you, and some people are nasty. You know, that's just how it goes on the internet. But there is a ton of opinions, and people have like different journeys that worked for them. And this is what I lost 100 pounds doing this, or I lost 100 pounds doing that. And you can take people's advice, but you can't do every single plan. And I think people like Chantal and ALR, like they get bombarded with all of these different plans. And we see ALR especially like switching to this plan, quitting, and then switching to this one and then failing. You have to stick to the one that you think is going to work best for you and actually stick to that. And if you do make a mistake, get back on the wagon and try again. Don't just quit because you made one mistake. You know what I mean?
I do. And I think that this year I really want to focus on, what do I want and what do I love? And I think by creating things I love and creating things that feel authentic and true to me, that's the best service I can do to anyone out there.
That just seems like a complete BS, because like I said, everything's an advertisement. Is that what she wants to do? Is that what is genuine for her, to do these advertising videos? She did one that really kind of pissed me off, actually, where it wasn't like a big deal, but it was what I ate today or what I'm eating. And it was just a bunch of different snack bars, protein chips, those kind of like protein snacks that you see in the Target aisle that's near the CVS Target. Y'all know what I mean if you're a Target lover. It was all just an ad. I wanted to see what she was eating. Obviously, she's not just eating protein bars all day and junk food, right? Well, maybe that was what she was eating.
And I think, honestly, for any person,
it's not genuine
anywhere in the world, living authentically is the best we can hope for. And obviously, caveat, because we always love a good caveat here, lots of people are facing different circumstances that may limit their ability to live that way. But if you're in the position to be able to live authentically, why wouldn't you?
Wait.
And I also want to say that it's not like I've been completely inauthentic in my life.
I'm a little confused about that. I thought she was going to go towards, like, you know, certain people have restricted mobility and that kind of thing, but authentic. What would keep someone from being authentic? Well, it could be a situation with a spouse. They can't share certain things, or a religion. They also can't share certain things, kind of holding people back. But also, I can understand why certain things. I mean, we watch The Girls. They share way too much that sometimes they probably shouldn't, but that's why we love to watch. But for a lot of people, there are certain things that they would not share with the internet, and that's okay. That doesn't take away from the authenticity.
Maybe let the pressures of the outside world restrict what I may or may not share. So this year, when I was thinking about goals and what I wanted to do, I kind of thought about 3 words, or at least 3 words kept popping up in my brain. The first word was challenge. I think I grew so much in 2023 because I put myself in uncomfortable situations. And I think for my personality and who I am as a person, I'm competitive and I like a good challenge. So I need to continue to challenge myself.
That's something that I need to do. I need to work on, is putting myself into some uncomfortable situations to get out the other side. I have done a lot of that in 2022 and 2023, especially when it comes to just going on my trips and driving, because I'm scared to drive in these cities, but I did it anyway and I survived. No tickets, no accidents, no anything. I'm a pretty good driver, but I am like an anxious driver. So everyone always says Boston is so bad to drive in, but it wasn't that bad for me. No, DC was like 100 times worse.
Continue to achieve my goals. And as we all know, I am not done. This is not me at my physical best. And that's okay. I'm very happy of the progress I made in the past year, but I want to keep making progress. And eventually,
to be honest, I haven't watched her long enough to really recognize the progress that's being made. But a couple people told me, yes, she has made progress, even if it's not visible to us or the newbies, because I'm still like a newbie.
I probably want to be able to have lipedema surgery, but I don't want to do that until I feel like I've made as much progress as I can on my own.
I actually
and then
really
all's
like
left
that.
is really, you know, that surgical part.
I like what she's saying, but y'all know how it goes. I mean, they talk a good talk. These people on the internet, they talk a good talk, but we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. We don't know what's actually going on. I mean, this could all just be a bunch of BS. Although I really like that idea for her to put in as much work as possible and then get her lipedema surgery. Smart.
When I talk about challenge, I don't just necessarily mean just like health. I also think about mentally challenging myself and also creatively challenging myself. And I think that brings us to our second word, which is the word creativity.
I think it's also important for her to be in that space, the body posy space, and to be talking about these things, because we saw a lot of these influencers pass away that were promoting this body positive fat acceptance lifestyle where you just don't care and you just eat whatever you want and it's fine and it's perfectly okay. Well, it's not. It's not. I mean, and we know this. We know this. It's not. I'm not saying that people need to be like shamed or berated or anything like that, but there are risks for sure, and that needs to be discussed.
I feel like I maybe haven't been the best creator this past year. I was dealing with a lot, and in some cases, I feel like I put my content on autopilot. Or maybe I put my creativity on autopilot because I didn't have the extra energy to just put in to the type of ideas I wanted to produce. When we made the holiday video this year, I realized how much I loved
the holiday video,
that storytelling. And
yes.
I said, you know what? I can do more of this. I can.
Yeah, do more of it. I actually enjoyed that. But most of what we have seen all year from her was clothing hauls. Yeah, try on hauls from various stores. And they were all advertisements, basically. But, you know, I can understand people really enjoy watching like those try-ons.
Find ways to put more creativity into the content that I put out there. And so for this year, I want to do that. I just want to be really freaking creative. And
let's see.
It may not succeed. And that's okay, because not everything that you do in life has to succeed. We get taught this mantra that you only really do things for success. And that's really a Western perspective.
Is this the Western world
idea of doing things for joy. And so,
yeah, just do it because you like it.
As opposed to maybe years past where I really optimized for success, this year I'm optimizing for joy and really fulfilling that creative part of me.
I can definitely see that as well, and see it as something that I need to work on and get past as well. Actually, we're growing, we're learning, we're growing. Nobody's perfect. But that is that if there's something you want to try and it's a little bit out of the box for your channel, just try it. And if it doesn't go over well, if it doesn't get the views, I mean, if everybody hates it and they're like leaving down votes, that's kind of sad. But if it just doesn't get the views that maybe you're used to getting, I mean, that's okay. Just pick it up and try something else. But if you wanted to do it, just do it.
It also might mean less content, because creative content, well, it takes more to produce. It takes more effort, more time, more editing, a little bit more of everything. I'll be putting out what I feel is best. And that's the best gift I can give you all.
She's just chilling, talking.
last kind of word that has been just bubbling in my brain as I think about this. And it's a word that I'm actually carrying over from 2023.
I really enjoyed the Lifetime Hallmark movie, though.
Because it served me so well.
Parody
which
moment.
is the word consistency. I just want to keep showing up for
Consistency
myself.
is key.
And that is in fitness, that's in content, and that's just really pushing myself to be as authentic as possible.
She talks a good talk. She talks a good talk, but I don't know about her walking that walk for sure.
Be consistent in who I am and in what I believe and what I think. And don't allow the voices that live inside all of our brains to really alter and affect where I put my efforts in. Really stay true to myself and consistent with myself.
It's not going to be overnight, her making these changes. It's going to be very little, day by day. And people don't want to hear that. Like, they want the magic pill. They want the Ozempic. You know what I mean? That's why that's so popular. It fits into the lifestyle of Americans these days. But what it really takes is little changes every single day that lead to a lifestyle change.
And that is a hard word. I think it's really easy to speak it out there, but to live it is, she's a tough one. But she served me so well in 2023. A lot of the progress I've made this year has been simply by being consistent. I was never perfect in what I ate. I was never
Consistency is key.
Perfect in when I exercise. I was never perfect in the therapy I went to. I was never perfect in all of the choices I made that got me here.
I want to know what she is eating so I know what to avoid. Just kidding.
But I was consistent. I always went back to square one. I always went back to what worked. And it served me so well. I've never really talked about my specific...
She sure does say a lot, but not really show it.
Weight loss. And I think because it's the start of a new year, it's good to get a gauge of like what I actually achieved last year. Last year, I lost 90 pounds.
Wow.
And that's a lot. And I did use medication. I know there's been like a lot of
conjecture about whether she's on the Ozempic. Is that what it is?
Chatter about this. I don't think I ever hit it, but maybe I never said it directly.
She is on Ozempic.
That I am on medication. I'm on a lot of medication, to be really honest. I'm on a lot of medication. Some of it is for weight loss and some of it is for stuff that just literally wasn't being treated. I think I'm
pretty sure she is on Wegovy or Ozempic. It's pretty much the same thing.
Talked about having Hashimoto's. I've talked about some autoimmune stuff that we're still kind of figuring out. Also, because of my propensity for tumors in the uterine area, I have some treatment there. The reality is I have a schedule of medicine that works.
A lot going on there, girl.
For me now. And I think that it's all starting to click. It's all starting to work together. So I'm also really proud because when I look back at this,
a schedule of medications.
There were times in my journey where I was unmedicated and a lot of these things were untreated and I still managed to find success. And that just like, again, says to me that this idea of consistency as the goal above like a personal record or achieving some type of like specific fitness goal has served me so much better than I thought it would because...
Yeah, I think that like when you are on these medications, you should use them as a tool to help you. If you can't do it at all without the medication, I don't see you having success with the medication. It needs to work in tandem.
If I had focused on achieving, like, let's say just a push-up, because I was working on a push-up, I still am working on a push-up, and I'm like just almost there from the floor. Maybe I'd be mad that I didn't get a push-up, but a push-up.
She can do a push-up?
Is like a narrow perspective of health, whereas consistency and doing full body workouts has helped broaden all my health. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I'd like to see it, the one push-up when we get there.
It's what's in my brain right now. So yeah, those are the things I'm focused on. Really just challenging myself more, being more creative, and just continuing to be consistent in the things that bring me joy, make me feel better, and help me get to where I want to be. I also have this idea of trying to set goals, which I've not set my goals yet because I want them to come to me. I don't like the idea of like January 1st, we magically have some goals.
Yes.
No, I think goals find you. And when they find you, it's not a certain date or a certain time.
I'd like to know like the percentage of New Year's resolutions that just are completely forgotten by February 1st.
They just find you. Like in November of last year, I decided I wanted to run a 5K this year. That goal found me. It found me in the moment, and I decided to pick it up and take it.
Is she really going to run a 5K?
So maybe I just want to
I can't see that happening. I did see a short of her running outside, but there was a lot of cuts. People were saying in the comment section they didn't know if they were buying it.
More open to when those goals find me, to be able to see them,
But
grab hold of them, and make
she doesn't
them
need to run. I don't know if running is like the safest for her right now.
happen. But as far as like very specific goals, I don't have them, and that's okay. I think we all get caught up in this idea of New Year's resolutions having to be like this massive turning point. And if that works for you, there is nothing wrong with it. I used to have.
Do you guys do that anymore? It's been like forever since I made a New Year's resolution. I just kind of do my stuff. I mean, after the holidays are over, I said I'm cutting back a bit, and that's what we're doing.
This perspective where like New Year's resolutions always fail, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's true anymore. I think if you find motivation to make your life better in some way, and that so happens to be a New Year's resolution, awesome. I just know they don't work for me in that way. I know that if I find something
I can see both perspectives.
I want, it's going to come to me when it comes to me. And I just got to latch on and hold on for dear life. So I'll know that in the back of my head, I've got that consistency goal so that when I find that thing I want to latch on to, I'm just going to activate the goal of consistency.
She did actually lose 90 pounds from last year. That makes me want to go ahead and look at her videos from last year and see if we can see the progress that she has made. So here is 1 year ago. Okay, so this is her from 1 year ago, her Vlogmas of 2022. So as you guys can see, here she is. And yeah, I can see the 90-pound weight loss for sure. It's just, I think, hard to tell in her legs because of the lipedema, and you can't see it. So somebody send this to Amberlyn. Just kidding. But she has always used her lipedema as a crutch, and we see that Anna, despite maybe not losing the weight in her legs, she was able to make very positive changes in just 1 year. Amber does say that she wants to lose 100 pounds. Well, 90 is pretty good, pretty close. It's better than just maintaining, as we have seen.
And be consistent in pursuing whatever that dream is. It feels a little weird this year. It's like I don't know where things are going.
Weird year.
This is the first year where I've gone into January with a really unclear perspective of where I'm headed. I'm going to be really honest. I feel a little bit lost. But I think I could either be like upset that I feel a little bit lost, or I could look at it as what I really think it is, an opportunity. I think
it is kind of a weird year this year. It's an election year. I do see it turning into another shit show. 2020 part 4. Hopefully nothing like that though, guys. But it has been Looney Tunes ever since the end of 2019, but we all survived. We're here. I do see this as a weird year as well, but I'm just trying to keep my head up and make it through, make it by like everybody else while completing some of my own goals.
At this point in time, because I haven't made concrete lines around who I am and who I'm not, I am so open to experiences, opportunities, challenges, that I think some really cool stuff is going to find me this year, just because I'm open to receiving it.
Why is it that her attempt at authenticity is just coming across very inauthentic for me? Because we know that she is struggling in certain aspects, and we never really get to see her actual plan and what she's actually eating behind the scenes. But 90 pounds in a year is good. I mean, and we can tell by her progress on the previous video. So why not share some more of that? in an attempt to be more authentic. Instead, we get these almost scripted like videos from her where she says everything right. You know, she even tiptoes around like body positivity and fat acceptance to not get kind of the brunt from them, the brunt of the stick from them, because, you know, they're coming out in full force. She's promoting weight loss, right? How dare you? How dare you want a healthier lifestyle? But I'm just not getting authentic from this. Just, I feel like it would be more authentic for her to just like turn on the camera and talk.
So I may not have all the answers and I may not have a clear picture of where I'm headed, but wherever I go, I'm excited. And I hope you guys will join me on this journey. And I hope you guys
we're coming along, girl, whether you like it or not.
My content might change a little bit. And that's okay too. Don't worry, I'll still be doing hauls because I know y'all love them, but I might change them up a little bit because, you know, gotta be creative. It's one of my goals. So with that, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. I'll check you later.
All right, I'm up for something else.
Happy New Year and peace.
And that's it. See ya, girl. All right, you guys. So that is Glitter and Lasers. New year, new me, new plan. She's kicking it into high gear with this weight loss, I guess, and wants to attempt more authenticity on her channel. I guess we shall see. We shall see, because I'm definitely going to be following up. Not sure how many reactions we'll do, but there is always room on Shook After Dark, Sunday nights between 8:30 and 9. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think of this video. What do you think about Anna's perspective? And I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. All right. Bye, everyone.